This is a pretty good Act 1 deck, don't you think? Seems alright. Seems alright. Double Electro, double Defragment. Electrodynamics, Bias Cog, Storm, Tempest, Runic Pyramid, Mummified Hand, Bag of Preparation, Fossilized Helix. It's glorious. I mean, this is gonna be the best Defect run ever then. We have returned. Let us embark. And Uncommon Relic could be good. A lot of, actually, no paths that avoid elites entirely. Makes me a little hesitant to boss swap. Only a little, though. I doubt I can do a Russian accent with anything other than a terrible quality Tyrant. Reasonable path hits the Burning Elite here. Boss swap, or do we Common Relic? Boss swap most of the time on Defect. Let's take a Common Relic today. We get the Art of War. If we play no attacks during our turn, we gain an additional energy at the start of the next turn. Not bad. As with starting to make a philosophy of taking a whole bunch of combats in Act 1. Let's follow that philosophy here. Try to take just 5 combats in a row to get prepped for our first elite. Will it be worth it? Maybe. For one on purpose here. Get a guaranteed kill now. Your potion's a great start. I think as is a charge battery, especially with Art of War. Storm as a first power card is spicy, not in the good way though. We would have to find for future power cards for that to do anything. Likewise, I don't really like reprogram at the start. The strength and neck scaling is nice, but the loss of the focus is a serious downside. Here I'm going to choose not to play Strike so that I get 1 more energy next turn. See how that goes for me. Might just break even. Yeah, we go Charge Battery, Strike, Strike, Zap. Maybe that was dual cast instead of Strike. Probably. It's okay. Perfect Cultist Fight. Cards that channel orbs are great in the early game. I'm extremely happy with a Cold Snap here. Take a Beam Cell for the vulnerable. But I think especially with a Fear Pot, we don't need that so much. A streak right now, our streak Plasma Orbs at the moment is just 1. Since we lost our Ironclad run. My current best is 11 A20 Heart runs in a row, and the record is 13, which is a tie between Jorbs and Terrence MHS. Both done 13 A20 Heart runs in a row. So we're 2 short of the record, personally, which I'm extremely happy about. No point in playing a Strike with the shield up. We'll benefit from the Art of War again. A couple of turns here where we've had 5 energy, thanks to Charge Battery Art of War, which is kind of cool. And we're offered Focus. Always something I'm excited about. And it's not even up against a good attack, so it's an easy defrag for me, please. Thank you. Gain 1 point of Focus, making the numeric value of our orbs 1 higher. Still planning on going to this campfire. So now we're into the hard pool combats. Your first 3 combats in Act 1 come from the quote-unquote easy pool. A set of encounters designed to be easily defeated by your starting deck. 1 Jawworm, 2 Lice, medium slime, and small slime. The 4th and onward combat are different. The so-called hard pool contains a little bit more difficult combats. And I'll take the Art of War value here. This turn, which I regret a little bit. Let's go with the Skill Potion here. It looks so spooky. Chill is pretty good, giving me 2 Frost Orbs. Chill here. Ray Delbano, thank you so much for the 17 months. That tier 1 sub. Block for 16, take a little bit. Okay, that wasn't too bad. We do have another one coming up. Do I dare take a second Cold Snap with a defrag? Hell yeah, I do. Focus and Frost, one of my favorite things, and the Cold Snaps are even decent against Nob in the early game here. A Darkness would also be acceptable, giving us a Dark Orb with which to kill stuff. Very powerful orb type. Slowly builds up power, and then unleashes it all when evoked. Darkness also works better with the Art of War here. Here. Let's choose the Cold Snap. But I note that that Dark Orb was pretty good. $19 damage on turn 1, huh? Very well. I get both Frost Orbs up, even though I take a little bit more damage on this turn. One more here. 48 health. Okay with that. I think that's a pretty good number to come out of 2 hard pull fights with. And I expect the elites to be easier than the combats we just got through. Happily take a Compile Driver, another attack card which we desperately need. It's also a pretty good card draw with 2 orb types. Did try to do double clock or overclock or double energy. Overclock is kind of like front-loaded card draw. The double energy is one-time energy gain, but only if you have a lot to start with. Let's go with the Compile Driver. And let's get an upgrade here. Upgrading the Defragment for 1 more point of focus. Should enable us to beat elites pretty easily. Sentries will be no problem, and I think Nob shouldn't be too bad either. We also get a Transform, and I'll go ahead and transform a Strike, I think. Since we got Guardian coming up. Turning it into a Chill for even more Frost Orbs. Oh boy. With perfect timing. Haha, behold the frost. You fools. A great first combat. Or first elite to get. 6, not a block. Launch you. Then we're fine. And that should be all we need to take here, because with focus, we're full blocking 10 damage attack, so just gotta kill this one. There we go. Not worrying about the Art of War here, since we're unlikely to draw 4 energy with the cards anyway. Get him! Yes! Beautiful, we pick up the Eternal Feather, healing us at rest sites, which means we'll have plenty of health to work with this act. We get a heal here and here, and a Fire Potion, which makes a super-powered Gremlin Nob a lot less threatening. As well as, oh, I don't know, do we want an Electrodynamics? Lightning hits all enemies in Channel 2? That's pretty dang good. So is Capacitor here, for the record. Since I have so many ways to fill the orb slots, but I think we want the offensive card, as well as the additional orb channeling to take orb slots at next available opportunity here. Yeah, we're gonna need some AoE for the future, and this is gonna be perfect. Pretty good capacitor, though. And oh boy, a bag of preparation. 2 additional cards on turn 1. Don't mind if I do. We're up against a plus strength Gremlin Nom. That could be a bit of a challenge. Let's see if the offensive potions don't help with that, though. And this turn I'll go, what, Defrag Electro? I can do math here. The next turn I have... Zap, Dual Cast. Take 6 here. If I go Defrag Electro. Feels like it kills. Whatever. Too lazy. Too lazy to do math. Tough way to go. If I was gonna do damage, this would be the way to do the most. Hey look. My fire potion. Get a regen potion for up to 15 health back. We're dealing with an overabundance of health now. War Paint to upgrade 2 random skills, which would be great, and another defragment? My god. Everything's coming up defect. Give me that. Dual cast upgrade's pretty sweet, now that we have enough orb gen, and we'll upgrade that second defragment pretty much immediately. As well as healing for 9 here. So this is a... this is a pretty good Act 1 deck, don't you think? Seems alright. Seems alright. Now, where's a capacitor when you need one? Sure. Boop. Give me your gold. More Frost. Plus card draw. Art of War. Pretty good. Turbo could be alright, too. I'm taking a cool headed here. Frost Orbs seem like they're nice. So we bring you down to 34, you're splitting already, so whatever. Ah. Anonymity, thank you so much for the 20 months and that Prime sub. Almost to those 2 full years. We're offered a bit more block that I don't think we need. A double energy could be good, though. Hey, Mr. Scratch. I call it streamer luck. I want this cultist potion? I don't think I do. I think I want these 2 potions. My fastest speed run. Exclamation point PB command has that. My best with Ironclad is 7 minutes and 14 seconds for an unseated run. Do I want to add a double energy? I don't want either of these, that's for sure. We'll hold out for an aggregate or an upgraded turbo or something. For a premium energy generation. And yeah, I'm going to leave this cultist potion on the ground where it belongs. And this poor Lagavulin is going to have a really bad time. A really bad time while we set up as it sleeps. 5 energy, no problem. Commence the zip zap zoopening. We can do this without taking a single point of damage. Careful without those strikes there. Block for 30, easily, like you do. Bye-bye. Well, I think we solved our energy problems already. The Mummified Hand makes a card in hand free whenever we play a power card, something we already have 3 of. Sorry, 4 of, because there's a buffer here. Also a multicast. I think I want a buffer with Mummy Hand. 2 costs prevent the next time we would lose health. Not actually a bad Ball Lightning either, for the record. But I'm going to go ahead and take buffer and then upgrade buffer. That seems good to me. Didn't I play this back on the Silly Seed Day? Sure feels like it. Sure feels like it. Do 7 damage or draw a buffer. 7 damage it is. That's enough. Thought for a second there I was going to have to use the buffer. Not so. Just can't keep getting away with it. Or can you? Specific advice on when to take Compile. I really like Compile Driver as a... Like, if you've got your orb slots filled, if you have any decent amount of orb generation and it's more than one type. So, you know, Frost Orbs plus Lightning Orbs equals... It's good. If this card is doing 7 damage, draw 2, it's a very good common at that point. And if it's doing anything more than that, you really, really want it. So my general advice is take Compile Rivers if you think you can consistently draw 2 cards with it. And let it go if you can. But it's one of Defect's best kind of card draw engines, able to draw 3 or 4 cards without requiring an upgrade, which most other card draw sources do not provide to you, is that ability to be extremely valuable without the upgrade. That's where the real strength of Compile River lies, is being a card draw source that's also a decent attack, without an upgrade requirement on it. Light Guardian. Understrike, Seek, or Biased Cognition. With this much orb generation in the deck, I think it's going to be a biased for me. Gain 4 focus, lose 1 focus at the start of each of our turns. Seek is admittedly pretty dang good, especially with the Bag of Preparation. But See Focus, Take Focus is going to be the pick here. If we can get it upgraded and then deal with the debuff, you can block this with Artifact, or remove it with the benefit of the orange pellets from a shop. It can be even better than normal, but even if it's just, you know, losing us 1 focus every turn, it's sort a enormous immediate boost to focus. And we're offered a Runic Pyramid. I mean, this is going to be the best Defect run ever, then. I guess there's also a Secret Bark to double the effectiveness of potions, or a Calling Bell for Unique Curse and 3 relics, but this is a very, very, very easy pyramid for me for a couple of reasons. One, we already have great energy generation with the Mummified hand. We also have Art of War, which encourages us to not play attacks, and the pyramid would let us retain any unused attack cards if we choose not to play them. We also have the Bag of Preparation, so we start with more cards in our opening hand, which means the Runic Pyramid is more valuable for that reason. We'll happily take a Runic Pyramid here, and we are going to crush stuff. Going to crush everything. So we can go 4 elites here, right? Honestly? I think I'm allowed to do that. Normally with this much cash I'd be immediately going to a store, but I think we're so strong that I can just go elite, 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 shop, elite. And you'll see that as we fight stuff, they have bad times. Focus, please. And by the time Chosen gets around to actually attacking me, it's far too late for them. Wow. Does anybody here like orbs? I like orbs. There is Glacier. Although if we want Frost Orbs, we already have 1, 2, 3 more. We have lots of Frost Orbs already. Tempest du say plus. It's also a ton of lightning to go with our electrodynamics. And lines up nicely with the Art of War, too. I'm going to take the Tempest here. The channel X+1 energy also encourages us to start taking big energy generating cards, like, oh, I don't know, a double energy perhaps, if we see one. Eves. Loose. Oh, bottom. Play this to get room in hand, essentially. Buffer blocks both these hits. We're still technically active. To do this, though. Hiya! Cute. Fool's thing to attack me will be your doom. Commence the zappening. Okay, we found orb slots in a potion. We also found loop, and there is a turbo plus. Gain 3 energy and put a void into the discard pile. I was hoping we'd see precisely this card, an upgraded turbo. It goes great with our Tempest, as well as being just a good energy generating card with a pyramid in general here. So we'll happily take a turbo. Not a bad loop though with Mummy Hand. I'm going to leave this potion of capacity on the ground. Crusade! Thank you so much for the 16 months. A good start to the day indeed. This Defect deck is stacked. Although we don't actually have any copies of Stack. But it, you know, it's as stacked as you can get without several copies of Stack. How do I feel about events right now? I think they're pretty good. Take a look at an event here. Upgrade all strikes and defends. Don't mind if I do. We already have 1 upgrade to defend, but that's still 6 upgrades, which is huge. We'd go for the 1 removal, which is admittedly pretty useful. Actually, maybe that's better here. We don't want to play the strikes generally, although we might have to because of Pyramid. But mostly this deck is trying to play everything other than the strikes and defends. They're all much better, and they all synergize better. So perhaps what we want to do is avoid drawing things that aren't strikes or defends. Let's go for the removal. Upon a little bit of reflection here, take a strike out of this deck. Call it a day. Call it a day. Buffer, whatever. Go. Turbo or whatever. Just buffer the hit. Wow. Not even close. Hologram gets back Turbo, and that's kind of it, actually. I guess Cool-Headed or Cold Snap, but a lot of our important cards are one-offs, you know, exhausting stuff. I believe Defect's pronouns are 0 and 1. It's my understanding of them, anyway. Hologram? No. Let's skip. We'll go one more event here. So note that we have yet to take a single point of damage this act. When will that change? Not here, because I'm going to pay this lad for a relic. Oh, fossilized helix? Yeah, like I needed that. Now we start combat with one stack of buffer. So Hologram, I think, more useful with Pyramid Fireworks, but less useful when every single good card is either a power or exhausting. That was the real reason not to take the Hologram there. I'll Cold Snap Dual Cast for a full block here. Keep the buffer. This I'm just going to use the buffer on, so let's go Defragment Electro. Keep the strike in hand, go with one more energy from Art of War. Now we go crazy. Seven times 4 is not that much. Seven times 5 is less than the amount of damage I'm about to do to this stinky book. Zip, zop, zap. Hello there, would you like a second copy of Electrodynamics? No, but I do think this deck now wants a Storm. Which is going to be a lot of Lightning Orbs, once per power. Tough quad. Action Rizo, thank you so much for the 9 months and that Prime sub. Which baby get? Let's take a Storm. Whenever we play a power card, channel
looks like
one
we've got
lightning.
our work cut out for us, Commander.
And Vegetable Bread, thank you so much for that generous raid. You've come on into pretty much the perfect Defect deck. Just take a look. Take a look at our relics and take a look at our cards here for 1 second. And you will see the beauty of the Defect. Double Defragment, Electrodynamics, Bias Cog, Storm, Tempest, Runic Pyramid, Mummified Hand, Bag of Preparation, Fossilized Helix. It's glorious. Glorious. And we're not done yet. Upgrade Biased? Yeah, let's upgrade Biased. Hey Gilbo Dan, the keyboard I use is a Corsair K63 wireless mechanical keyboard. And it's attached to a lap board. So it like clips into this big flat surface that I use on the big cozy chair. This run was start bonus of Common Relic, getting us the Art of War. Worked out pretty well, and especially with the pyramid, it's been nice. But yeah, I'm just gonna go 4 elites here. See what happens. Oh yeah, full heal. Jeez, man. I'm too strong! Somebody stop me. You guys! Stop me. Please. This is Cold Snap first, and then I can play the entire hand? Yes. Good turn. Commence the zappening. Well, that was easy. And now I have a copy of Seek. Put a card from the draw pile into our hand. There's also a Molten Egg offering us guaranteed upgrades on attack cards, which would be a good reason to pick up, say, a Go for the Eyes or a Bullseye. Get a Lord's Chest containing an Ornamental Fan, rewarding us for playing 3 attacks in 1 turn, which I'm currently not able to do that much. So I'm going to go Sapphire Key. Book of Stabbing is back. There they. Try to build up a big Tempest turn with lots of focus. We just need the focus. Like a good start. Oh, I probably wanted the Storm? This is fine. Nothing wrong with speaking other languages, but we like to keep chats in a singular language, because when there's multiple languages flying around, it becomes difficult, if not impossible, to understand and moderate them all, a responsibility of those who operate and organize the chat room. So for that reason, this channel and many others ask that everybody stick to English. Not because there's anything wrong with other languages, but because in order for us to all understand one another and to stay moderated, we need to be comprehensible. That's all there is to it. Zippity zappity. Darkstone Periapt gives us max health if we take curses, and there's that capacitor. Although Heatsinks is also here. Heatsinks Mummy Hand with a Seek in the deck. Although this capacitor might actually be better than the Heatsinks. The Gauss, thank you so much for the 6 heckin' months. If months were inches of sandwich, you'd have lunch. Here's to that full footlong. Hey, Mr. RC, just a fancy term for Slay the Spire. Bop the building, crumble the castle, destroy the domicile, pummel the pavilion. Just the alliterative destroying of a building. Obliterate the obelisk, that's right. Yeah, the Heatsinks is saying play your entire deck on turn 1 sometimes. But the capacitor is saying just, like, win the run. Let's go with the heat sinks. That sounds more fun. And I'm going to lose this regen potion, because I don't think we're going to take damage ever again. Zappity. Feels like I need to upgrade Storm soon. Eat the units, that's right. Choices. First body plus is pretty spicy. Let's go for the eyes plus. Take the go for the eyes here. I think we no longer need anything resembling a fire potion either. For the store! There is a bullseye plus. A Tori here. Remember, we would receive 5 or less unblocked attack damage, reduce it to 1. We will certainly remove a strike. If I was trying to throw this run by adding cards, I mean, I can just throw it by, you know, abandoning run or by not playing cards in combat, for example, but the easiest way to tank this from here would be to flood the deck with attacks, cards that don't block, and cards that don't interact with orbs. So, give me a Claw, give me a Madness, give me a Bullseye, give me a Metamorphosis, just give me everything that isn't Frost and Focus, and make it harder to get that. I think I'm going to go to the next shop and remove the other strike, as well as look for either the Clockwork Souvenir, the Orange Pellets, or the Runic Capacitor. 3 very good shop relics that we could get that would either let me negate the debuff of Bias Cog or would allow me to gain more orb slots. Also maybe a power card guaranteed that we get to look at in the power slot that might be a capacitor or something. Or a Chemical X. Yeah, there's a lot of good hits, right? A lot of good hits. Zap the Zert. Meat on the Bone will probably not actually ever do anything. Double energy, however. Pretty wild with Tempest. Pick that up. There's the Runic Capacitor that we wanted. Start combat with 3 additional orb slots. There's also a Core Surge here, as well as a Dark Shackles and a Gambling Chip. Wow, that's a really tough choice, actually. That is a crazy hard choice. Gambling Chip has to be far and above the single strongest thing here, letting us essentially draw 7 more cards on turn 1. Letting us find the Seek and the powers early on in our combats quite consistently. But Core Surge and Runic Capacitor could be a really winning combination here, too. As could Dark Shackles and a card remove. It's also a Core Surge Plus, which is pretty sweet. Really unfortunate that I can't buy both of them, for example. But that's okay. Removal is 100 gold, so we cannot afford it alongside Gambling Chip. We cannot afford it alongside Core Surge Capacitor either. capacitor is going to be the strong thing that I want to do. We'll take the core surge alongside. Shame about the dark shackles. But we will be most powerful now. Greetings, Collector. Welcome. Die. Stinky minions out of here. Whatever. Get him! GG? GG. And yes, I think this deck could beat the heart, although we do run out of lightning orbs eventually. That's the only problem. Okay, now we can absolutely beat the heart with an Echo form, letting us double the first card we play each turn, and we'll happily take that, especially with our Seek here. Ooh, is this Frozen Core? Replace Crack Core. If we end our turn with any empty orb slots, channel a Frost Orb. We automatically generate Frost. As long as there's empty orb slots, with which 6 to start. That's a couple guaranteed free Frost Orbs. The Black Star is also quite good, giving us an extra relic from each elite that we kill. Sozu does not allow you to use the Entropic Brew, but if you want the Sozu here, you can drink the Entropic Brew right now to get the potions out of it, and then take the Sozu. But if you take the Sozu and then drink the Entropic Brew, you just empty the potion slot. So, drink your Entropics first, then take Sozu. I get so few opportunities to... Frozen Core. Although we can fill the orb slots very quickly. Especially with this Tempest. Steve-O-Matt, thank you so much for that Prime sub and the 8 months. Voting for Black Star. Gotta respect it. I can be sold on Black Star here. Let's do it. And we are indeed fighting Awaken One first, but I don't think they're going to be any problem at all. 2 different ways to fight 3 elites. One of them hits more rest sites than the other. How do we feel about upgrades right now? Decent? We want to upgrade heat sinks? Yeah, I want to upgrade heat sinks. Go this way then. Just lose that. Fair enough. Swift potion time, I think. That's more like it. Perfect. Blam. This is an acceptable cool-headed. I could take a barrage, though. But we need the damage. So that would be, what, 6 times 6? 36? Nah. Choose to pass on that. Buffer. This is the damage I'd rather have. Upgraded Ball Lightning. $999 gold. There's a shop directly in front of us. And I have the Darkstone Periapt. And we're having another shop before the boss. That's a pretty good 999 gold. We could instead fight a boss to get a rare relic. Runic Dodecahedron does not still exist. No way to go, Fignuts. That got removed, I think, with the 1.1 or 1.2 patch. And Rattleoff, thank you so much for the 2 months of Tier 1 sub in advance. As well as thank you, Minona, for those 2 months of Prime sub. I'm going to take the money here. Because of the Darkstone Periapt, we do indeed gain 12 max health from taking 2 Normality Curses here. Those Normality Curses will retain into our hand with the Runic Pyramid. But seems like it was worth it, because we get to take the Preserved Insect for easier elites, we get to take the Orange Pellets to remove our debuffs in the event of a power, attack, and a skill. I'm going to take a Recycle, so that I can get rid of the other Normality. I'm going to take another copy of Storm, and because I have Panic Button and Orange Pellet, because I have Orange Pellets and Runic Pyramid, I'm going to take a Panic Button as well. 30 block, and we cannot gain block for 2 turns. No, Corbin. The you can no longer heal effect of Mind Bloom will prevent you from healing in any way, shape, or form. Basically, any effect that would increase your health is forbidden. No exceptions. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty happy about that 999 gold. Would even take the Compelled River here, and it would be okay, but I only have 2 orb types in this deck, and I have an Art of War. Don't need the Regal Pillow. Could take Boot Sequence and it'd be okay, but I don't think I need it. Stinky debuff gets applied, but all we have to do is play Power, Skill, we'll even use the Panic Button for the 30 block, and then Attack, and all of our current debuffs are removed. The Constrict goes away, and the no block effect of the of the Panic Button also goes away. With Fairy in a Bottle, the Mind Bloom will deactivate the Fairy entirely, so you will simply die instead of activating the Fairy. Brevi. Same with Lizard Tail, or any other effect that would revive you. Oh no! That's right, I have a Normality in this deck. My dang. Oh wait, I no longer have a Normality in this deck. Huzzah. Zippity zappity. Oh, third storm? Yes. And this one's upgraded. As for the Spire with Friends co-op emote, I really enjoy it. Looking forward to making more content with it. With some of the other folks in the Slay the Spire community. Zippity zappity. Caw. Powers overwhelming. Ink bottle giving us some card draw and the Gremlin Horn for energy when enemies die. Not bad. Before I streamed Private Snowball, I was a teacher, teaching chemistry at an introductory level at a college nearby. So like 100 level course. College chemistry. I really enjoyed doing, but I didn't enjoy working for the college system. And in general, I found that I much prefer working for myself to working for somebody else. So I'm really happy to be streaming full-time on Twitch as a way to support myself these days. Oh, sweet, we get guaranteed Echo Form down. Sweet. Panic button first, then Core Surge. Then all the powers. Lamb. I have a bachelor's degree, Theodore, just in general chemistry. I never ended up choosing to specialize in a particular field. I think of the courses that I took, my favorite was probably physical chemistry. I am really young for a college teacher. I'm 30 now, OWM, but I was only like, I think 23 when I took my first teaching job. Academia is somehow both lackadaisical and ruthless, isn't it? Sure is. I enjoyed calculus. Pretty much all the mathematical courses that I took, I enjoyed, right up until it started getting abstract. The first college class that I took that involved proofs was when I decided to step away from mathematics. Oh hey! Another biased cog, don't mind if I do. Really enjoyed biochemistry as well. Really enjoyed biochemistry. There's so much about life, hell, the human body, that we do not understand. And studying that in detail kind of shone a little bit of light on just how complicated this world is at a nitty-gritty level. We did a fact series on all the elements. I'm trying to remember which one I liked the most. Elements I really enjoyed the naming behind. Let me look at the periodic table for a second here. I really like neodymium for the magnets it can create. Rare earth magnets. Good stuff. Hard to go wrong with cesium, too. So explosive when it comes in contact with water. It's a really cool reaction. Hey, congrats on the new position tomorrow, Nate and Sal. I do not have a doctorate. No, I don't even have a master's degree. which I should have had in order to teach, but I totally don't. Just a bachelor's. Just a stinky bachelor's. Punch. Sweet. Keep it going. Yes, more. More. Oh no. Wait. Aha! And then there was zapping. Courier is very good with this much money, letting the merchant restock cards, relics, and potions. Thorium! Yes, yes, I hope that thorium reactors end up being some of the way of the future for humanity's power needs. I hope we also figure out fusion, because that would be quite something. Would very much like to live to see the day when humanity gets its first commercial fusion reactor online. Do we drink the brew first? This fairy's gonna get released at the top of the spire. Yeah, let's drink the brew here. Energy pot, deck spot. Take the energy pot here. I will not take the Tomb of Lord Red Mask. We'll go ahead and upgrade our heat sinks to draw 2. And the glowing Tesseract. We got lots of healing, so let's look at 3 colorless cards. Definitely going to take a Dark Shackles for the heart. Hand of Greed Plus is kind of cute. Sadistic Nature is a 0-cost power. That's actually worth something here. But Purity. Don't need a Purity now that we have Recycle. Okay, let's just take the Dark Shackles. This is tempting, but I'm not going to bother. And here's the Chemical X. We only have a couple X-cost cards. We have Tempest, and that's actually it. Although we could take Transmutation to add X random colorless cards to our hand. X plus 2 with Chemex. This is a really powerful combination, genuinely. It's not a meme to take these two with one another. They're genuinely really good. I will take Defrag. Stop there. We will remove Normality. We did not take that Reinforced Body, unfortunately. I am going to go Chemex Transmutation. Such a fun combo. And we'll save cash for the final shop. Yeah, we'll save cash for the final shop. Will I upgrade that Transmutation? Let's go with yes. Let's do that. Take Lantern here, or Ancient T-Set might even be arguably better. Hilariously. It's more energy, but only on some combats. Spire, Spirit, and Shield, and Awaken 1 versus all the remaining 4 combats. We've played a lot of games here on the channel, Andrew B. Moore. Some other roguelites that I've played a lot of include Hades and FTL Faster Than Light. We also play occasionally puzzle games as well as games that get voted by the community each month. Just the other day we played some Return of the Oberdin and really enjoyed it. Oh, and Monster Train too, which we'll be playing more of soon, because that's coming out with a DLC soon. Upgrade to Transmutation upgrades the colorless cards it generates, so quite a few with the Chemex. Gonna let ourselves keep the money. I'm gonna upgrade Transmutation. Thank you so much for that sneaky year-long sub. I see you there. Thank you so much. Alright, the Awakened one is certainly going to be an interesting combat for this deck. What's the strat? Play some of the powers, play none of the powers, or play all of the powers? Feels like we're closer to play all of the powers than we are to play none of the powers. Though I don't know if I want to play the storms. Ha! You'd have to ask somebody with a degree in that private snowball. I've got no clue what kind of reactor is going to be best. But I hope the people who are smarter than me figure it out. Play all of the powers for 200, Trebek. Start with a Frost Orb. Okay, we're not full blocking this turn. Get spicy. We have a Dark Shackles, though. I'm gonna go with all the powers. Take this hit on the buffer. Power. Skill. Attack. We need that Tempest later. Okay. We're good now. My hand is full. Me hand agreed. No. Very well. Double the bomb. Guess what I should be doing is setting up my ink bottle here. Although we got another boss fight, right? That was glorious. Alright, next up is Donu and Deka here. This looks like a good turn. Me a bunch of stuff. Ooh, Panacea for 2 artifacts. As well as a secret technique for Seek. This lets me get even a lot more in here. Let's get the Heat Sinks Plus and the other bias, please. It's gonna be a turn 1 kill? It might be. Not quite. I can block the panic button debuff. Solid turn 1. Very solid turn 1. GG, nerds. During that hot nonsense, Ogor, thank you so much for this 7 months. And the tier 1 thump. Pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the spire, the source of all these wonderful, wonderful power cards? Gee. Yeah, we definitely don't need to heal, which means we get one last upgrade here. I think the double energy upgrade is worth considering. Upgrade on either the focus generating cards is pretty good. Could upgrade another one of our storms. Could upgrade our card draw. Let's upgrade the double energy. So that we get 2 more energy when we play it. Ricken80, thank you so much for the 29 months. Almost to that year and a half. And oh my god, this store. This store. Dolly's Mirror, huh? You'd have 5 copies of Storm? More realistically, mirroring Seek is probably better. We only have 4 copies of Storm. But yeah, let's mirror Seek and buy another Storm. That sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Now, if I was mirroring Storm here, I think I would mirror one of the upgraded ones. Be a good time. Okay, the real question is, will we take any damage at all? I guess we might take damage to Beat of Death. Probably about it. A spicy turn. Hear that? Spicy. We're getting Electro in play. Guess we'll play the Transmutation, see what happens here. Weapon. Okay. We actually get to chain react that now. Hey, Krogzar. Seek for Second Turbo. Seek for... what now? Heat Sinks and Storm? Let's try that. And orange pellets away our debuffs here. And I'll go ahead and call that a pretty good turn 1. Good turn 1 indeed. Upping our ink bottle here. Don't want to play any attack cards. This is happening. Recalcum gives us block if we end our turn without any, and Happy Flower will be some additional energy. There's also 3 cards that say Frost Orb on them here. Go ahead and take a Glacier. Nice. Hey, Fatso John. Grats on that A20 high score defect run. What was your final score? Aha, yeah, see, I can't play any of these cards without taking Beat of Death damage. It's a bit unfortunate. I guess I could play one of them. This blocks foam. Not the greatest turn there. We're gonna have a good turn here. Now we're in the clear. Totally, completely, utterly in the clear here. Seems good to me. Two stacks of buffer, by the way. Dippity zoo. Kill there, unfortunately. I sure can here. Make some room for this transmutation. Give me something. More transmutation. Perfect. Just as required. Green Meteor Strike, sure. Get him. GG, Mr. Hart. GG. Hey everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Did you know that I'm live 5 days a week on Twitch? Come join us to watch me live, ask questions, or chill with the community. Click the link in the description below to follow and be notified when I'm live. And while you're down there, make like a sandwich and sub to this channel for more fresh Baylor content. Ta-ta for now.